Hey, what's up, everybody? We're down at Town Square in Las Vegas. We're going to test out FSD 14.1.2 again. This is my second test downtown. So let's go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to head down to right over here to these chargers. Let's see. Let's see how well it does parking at a charger. I'm going to be doing all my testing in the standard speed profile. Last time I did most of it in the Mad Max mode, but for most people, I would imagine they're going to be using standard. So let's go ahead and get a look and feel of how this will feel for everyone. FSD 14 so far has been very reactive. So 95% of the time, it's super smooth and impressive. Since we're still on early builds, every once in a while you'll notice a little jerkiness or a little sputter on the brakes. I didn't notice that the first day or two, but I have noticed that in the past day or two. So you probably won't be able to see it on the video, but I'll let you know if anything feels weird or if anything happens. Being very cautious on this roundabout, waiting to make sure that that car with the turn signal on was going to actually turn right. That's perfect behavior. We did hear from Elon today saying that FSD 14.2 will most likely be the build that goes wide to everybody. So I don't know how many more iterations they'll be doing on .1, but hopefully they can get it wrapped up within one more build. So far, really good navigating these inner streets of Town Square. We're going to be heading over towards where Lazy Dog is. Looks like we've got a guy closing off the road right here. He's going to wait for us to come through. The car did a little brake hesitation twice right there. Slowing down here to see if they're going to cross, being polite and letting them cross. There's no traffic in any of the lanes behind us, so I did like that behavior. If there was traffic, that would not have been the correct thing to do. It's actually following the signage for the Tesla charging. It's pretty cool. And coming down to the end, it looks like. Looks like we're gonna have to hopefully readjust. We're not centered here, so if it parks, Yeah. So that was not a great reverse parking job for this Charger. I could probably charge, but I'm going to be blocking 2 spaces now. Let's see. If I put the car in drive, you can see here we are not centered in this lane. So this is actually one of the first few times I've ever seen it do this in reverse. I've seen it happen in a forward park, but in a reverse park, I haven't seen it do it this bad, especially with nobody around. So we're going to continue on. I don't need to charge here. I think the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to, last time I tested the Wynn parking garage. I set a destination for the Wynn, and where are we at here? I set a destination for the Wynn, and it took me around in a weird way with the parking garage selected, or without the parking garage selected. This time, let's try to actually select the self-parking at Wynn instead of just setting the Wynn as the destination. I'm gonna go ahead and set us there, and let's head out. One of the big things you'll notice with version 14 is how quick and responsive it is to tapping the start self-driving button. First off, you don't have to hold it anymore. It's just a quick tap, and then you're instantly out and moving. Tiny bit of hesitation there on that right turn. There's no traffic around. Let's see what route we're doing here. Interesting that all the routes are taking us on the freeway. That's fine. Let's do a little wonky direction there. Test out some side streets. Okay, it's clear. If you happen to notice anything that I don't notice in the video, please make sure to let me know so I can keep an eye out for those things. Or if you see that I'm incorrect about something, don't be afraid to call me out in the comments. So we're in a 2023 Model Y Performance. This is hardware 4, AI 4. This vehicle does not have the front bumper camera. Looks like we've got a little bit of construction here, going around that cone that has slid out into the lane a little bit. Perfect merge, keeping with the flow of traffic. Looks like we're waiting for the solid line to clear up and then merging. This is a 65 mile per hour speed limit on this highway. This is I-15 that goes right by the strip. I've noticed on most 65 highways, standard likes to hover around 72. If the traffic's going a lot faster, it'll hover at 75. And I've even seen it go up to 80, but it maxes out at 80. 80 would be an extreme situation where all the traffic is going 80 or above and it's trying to maneuver itself back into an area where it can slow down. Make sure we've got parking garage selected. It is selected. For the most part, these destination options remember your last selection. So it knows that when there's a parking garage available, it selects it for me. There goes some people getting a little crazy. Might be a little road rage with the motorcycle, and that does not excite me. Got a police vehicle pulled somebody over on the right. Not overreacting. Started to merge left here, but then saw this car behind us merge left and speed up. That was handled really well. Looks like we've got some navigation issues here, so it's going to need to reroute, which it did. It's going to take us over to Spring Mountain. We'll be exiting right here. If you haven't seen my first impressions video of FSD 14.1.2, I'm gonna go check that out. You're gonna see how well it behaved and performed with the parking garages. I'm merging here in front of a car. We do need to get over. They were kind of aggressive, but we did have enough room to get over. Moving over quickly now, as we do need to make a left turn. Although I do believe the furthest left lane up here is going to be closing, and we'll have to merge right. So we'll see what it does. We've got an intersection here we can pull through, as there's enough cars here. We would not be causing any interference in the intersection. If you look at that, it's already trying to move right, where you can barely see that this lane is ending. So that's really impressive. It's getting over right now as we have an opportunity. Perfect. Yeah, so you'll see my last video, it handled the garage really well on both going up into the garage and finding parking, as well as exiting the garage. The only issue was at both of the machines, the machine to get the ticket for parking as well as the machine to pay for parking. It did not edge me over to the left enough so that I could reach either one. So I did have to disengage. So we'll see how well it does today. I remember seeing in Zach's videos that it did get over really well for him, and I believe that was in a previous version. That might have been in 14.1.1. All right, we're moving now. We're able to get into the left turn lane through all the construction. They're getting ready to set up the track for F1. Okay, starting to get over for our right turn up ahead. Okay, moving over a little bit for those people walking in the street. And we did find a gap in between pedestrians. So we could go right there, but it looks like we will be heading up further. All of these levels are green and have parking available. And it looks like we'll be heading to the roof. Okay, here's a machine over to the left. Roll my window down, see if it gets us close enough. It did not get me close enough. So I'm going to need to park and get a ticket. And put my seatbelt on, and we'll go ahead and re-engage. So that may be something that they're working on before this goes wide, is making sure some of these little finesses are worked out, such as making sure we're always pulled over enough for tickets in multi-level garages. It's pulling around to where the entrance is, which I like. A Cybertruck on the left. Okay, a few spots here. Looks like it's shopping still. And it's gonna exit now. So it must have ended my, whoops, must have ended my destination and pulled us here. Whoops. So let's set our next destination. Take me to the Peppermill. Oh, whoops, that's a disengagement note. Sorry, Tesla AI. Take me to the Peppermill. All right, we're gonna go head over to a popular restaurant on the strip called the Peppermill. We're gonna have it park in the parking lot there. It's a small parking lot. We'll see how well it does. But so far with the garages downtown on the strip, it's been a little awkward. That one, I mean, if I didn't have to disengage to reach the ticket, I'm sure it would have kept the destination and then would have parked itself. But since I had to put it in park in order to open the door and get and reach the ticket, it assumed we had reached our destination. So then when I put it on activated self-driving again, it was without destination and just took us to that exit. So little bit of an awkward interaction. Part of that's probably my fault, but most of it was caused by. Okay, it looks like nobody's crossing here. Perfect. All of that could have been resolved again if I could just get to where I can reach the ticket machines. So in all those situations, it would be really nice if every time it just pulled you center driver window aligned with those ticket machines and as far left as possible without hitting a curb or anything. Okay, recognizing that we're in a right turn only lane, we need to get out of it. Merged perfectly, the right opportunity. It's a little bit tight here. We've got a sign. It looks like it's a little bit sideways, so we definitely can fit through, but we're having to ride that lane line like the vehicle in front of us did. Then we have the Peppermill on the right, but we can't pull into this right lane to turn in. The car is understanding that. And yeah, everything smooth so far. We've got some pedestrians here crossing, so we'll need to wait for them. Hopefully we can hit this gap, and it looks like it's going to, so that's good. Perfect. Might not be able to find parking here. Looks like there was a parking spot right there, but we passed it. We've got this guy turning around. Looks like he might be picking someone up. So there's a lot of foot traffic here. We've got cars blocking areas. We've got a car behind us. Pedestrians. It looks like we do have a parking spot up to the left, so the car should choose that. And it is. Perfect. Awesome. That was a 100% success trip. Okay. Let's figure out where we want to go now. I guess we can head down towards Fremont Street, and we'll see how the car handles downtown area. Take me to the Fremont Street Experience. Okay, we've got people we need to watch out for as we're reversing. You can see our blind spot cameras and everything are and alerts are going off. This is actually one way, but we're gonna go out the back way, which it looks like a lot of people are doing. So I don't hate that. It just can't go. I don't believe we can go right here. We'll need to go left. So we should have backed out and went right. We're going to need to go left. I'm going to hit the turn indicator here. And the car followed my instruction. So now we'll go through this little tight alley and reroute to get back onto the strip. So that was an intervention, just not going to let the car exit through an entrance. Really smooth exit onto the street, and we'll be making a right turn on Las Vegas Boulevard up ahead. We need to be careful of all the pedestrians. They will be swarming the car soon. This can be a difficult area, as a lot of times the groups of pedestrians crossing the road will block a green light or not really follow laws or kind of block you in. So the cars need to be really assertive downtown. Whenever there's gaps, slowly creep into them to kind of show intent to the pedestrians that we do need to get through. So it looks like we're not even creeping at all to make a right turn here, and that might cause some conflict here. So you can see we've got a green light, but we still have people in front of the car. Now we'll need to start moving forward, but we also need to wait for pedestrians on the right. The entire intersection's blocked, and we're probably going to have people crossing the street in front of us if we don't edge up. We've got people laying on the horn now, but we do not have room to go because of the cars in front of us blocking the intersection. You can see they're starting to edge through a little bit, and now we can go. I believe this car in front of us that just turned right around us was behind us. Okay, we're instantly seeing that we need to get over to the left, but going around this sign and moving forward, we'll have plenty of time to keep to merge left up ahead. So it's actually, the car's handling this congestion really well, actually. Now we're getting over as much as we can into this lane so that we're not blocking that right lane. So So kind of an awkward position, but I think it was the appropriate one. I'm not sure why the car is so intent on getting over so quick, but my guess would be it's that because of that bus up ahead, not wanting to get stuck behind a stopped bus. Okay, it looks like we don't have anything set here for our destination as far as parking, which is interesting. So I'm going to set it to, I know there's a parking garage there, but I'm going to set it to street and see if we can find street parking. Okay, so the car is not wanting to block the intersection, which is the correct decision here. We've got a lot of traffic, a lot of pedestrians, a ton of police vehicles. We probably could have wedged in there, since you see that yellow cab to the right. We would have been to the left of them. We wouldn't have been blocking anymore, but I really like this decision that it's not going to block the intersection. Okay, we've got the green light. Looks like we're going to need to do a lot of merging over to the right. Perfect. This will be a situation where Mad Max mode wouldn't be horrible, but I do want to keep with our same profile of standard, just so we can get a baseline to see how well it does. Next weekend I'll come back out and maybe we can do some more Mad Max speed profile on the strip and see how well it handles all the aggressive drivers. All right, you can see our car knew to merge right even sooner than the other vehicles, which got us ahead a little bit. We will need to zipper merge and let this truck in front of us, which the car should do. It knows how to manage zipper merges really well, even in previous versions like 13. Okay, we've got on our map that we're going to be making a left turn at the second light up ahead. Although you can see these signs, there's no left turn at this light and there's no left turn at the next light due to some event, I would imagine. So I'm going to let the car do its thing instead of selecting a new route right now. But if it does try to get over there, I'm going to have to disengage and keep it going straight. So we'll see how well it figures this out. Looks like it's already understanding we need to go right. The police officer's waving us forward. I didn't touch the pedal. And we've got a guy on a scooter need to watch out for. Got 2 lanes turning right. The they're flashing it's not getting caught up with these hand signals, and it's continuing to move, which is good. Okay. It handled that well. I almost tapped the pedal, but I didn't, and the car proceeded on its own. So it really handled that rerouting really well. I'm impressed with that. Preemptively going around this truck. We do have a left up ahead, but it looks like it's trying to get us into a lane with better flow. Although it looks like we'll be going straight for a little while. We don't have any traffic direction here. We just have a little bit of chaos of cars pushing in. So we'll need to be a little assertive. We let those cars go. Stopping for this car. We need to be more assertive here, I would believe, but there is a mode for that. And it handled that really well for standard. Kind of kept inching forward, not getting us into any danger where somebody's going to hit us, but kept inching forward until we could push through. Okay, braking at that yellow. We probably could have made that, and with all this traffic, I would have liked to have seen it be a little bit more assertive there, even in standard mode. Maybe chill or sloth not do that, but either way, not a wrong decision, just preference there. Okay, I did tap the wheel there, or the pedal. The car wasn't moving, and we did have a green arrow, and the last car had passed. The car knowing to get over to the right due to slow traffic, since we need to go straight. To standard mode is no slouch. Still can get around slow vehicles and into a quicker lane. So going back and thinking about that intervention with the pedal on that left turn, there was only technically one left turn lane. People were turning left from the straight lane to the right of us. I believe that car pulling out and attempting to turn left there might have also caused our car to not proceed. It was probably watching that vehicle to see if they were going to turn in front of us. I'll have to go back and look at that film though. Okay, we've got a right turn up ahead, but you can see that it hooks to the left. So I'm not quite sure why it's getting us into this left lane. But anyhow, we'll see how it handles this. We're technically going straight here, not turning left, but we do have the left turn indicator on. So I'm going to go ahead and mark that. Not that it's critical or anything, but we should not have our left indicator on here. This is just a turn in the road. And then we need to go right here, so now we're going to have to merge back over to the right lane. Looks like the majority of these lanes do turn right anyhow. So it shouldn't be coming over this much. Well, actually, no, it did the correct thing. So it knew better than me. We needed to be in the rightmost lane to turn right here instead of on that other road. So bravo, FSD 14. It's gonna be a lot of foot traffic up ahead. So we're going to need to watch out for the drunkies in the road. I want to double check. We still have street selected for park. So that's perfect. That was good. It seemed like the car wanted to get over a lane since there were people in the road. We've got another person standing in the road here. Little pause after initial acceleration there. Not sure if it was due to that person to the right or not, but noticeable. Okay, not getting tripped up by that car reversing to parallel park. Little braking there. Okay, you can see our destination up ahead. A little braking there as well, probably due to this man. This is no parking. Commercial vehicles only, 30 minutes. So I'm going to end it here, I think. All right. Well, there you have it. We did find a spot on the side of the road, watching out for this guy crossing the street. Really good response there. Destination parking, still a brand new feature. We've got to just keep running through all these scenarios and seeing how well it can figure out where it can and cannot park, as well as where it can, when we enter multi-level parking garages with ticket systems, we do need to make sure that the car moves over all the way to the left. We're right at about an hour now, and looks like we've got pedestrians still crossing. We've got a green light. And doing well though. All right, well, there you have it. Another test of the Las Vegas Strip with FSD 14.1.2. So far, my thoughts are still definitely the most impressive build I've ever experienced. There are some little edge cases where the Tesla AI team, can polish this up and get it ready for wide release. I don't see anything dangerous. I think they just want to make sure that the experience is really smooth for everybody before making it go completely wide. But again, thanks for watching. I really love doing these videos for you guys. I love doing it for me. I'm really fascinated by this software. I think it's really going to change lives and change the world. So I'll see you in the next video.